Yep, that sounds right. Sounds right.
You know, I think it's funny too because he prides himself on being a Michigan fan and trying to find this perfect hat he's been talking about for whatever. But I think there's a lot of Michigan fans that really love Tom Brady, and he does not.
Yeah, Tom Brady's furthermore reason that whole school can suck it.
Well, I feel that Nate is not a true Michigan fan.
Well,
listen, he doesn't like Tom Brady.
I don't like Christian Hackenberg. Does that mean I'm not a true Penn State fan? I didn't like Anthony Morelli. I loved Darryl Clark. I would take Darryl Clark back in a heartbeat. I wasn't sold on Michael Robinson, but he was literally a BS give Michigan 5 more seconds on away from being undefeated.
Yeah, but none of the I give them credit, but none of them are apparently quote the greatest player ever. That's the thing that sucks.
Tom Brady won't even be in the College Football Hall of Fame.
He's not. Yeah, he's not going to be in that. But
yeah,
I think he'll be okay in Canton.
But then Kajana Carter will.
Yeah, that's true.
In the equivalence of everything, wouldn't he have been a Mr. Irrelevant?
No,
Tom Brady?
No, Mr. Irrelevant's the last player.
Well, I'm saying if equivalence because there's so many more rounds back then.
No.
No,
he still
there
more
wasn't
rounds?
dead last.
No. Yeah, he wouldn't. No, he was.
Mr. Irrelevant is always the last pick.
He was still in the 100s, and he was like 199,
Yeah,
wasn't
he
he?
was in the 7th round. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It was the 7th round?
Yeah. Screw him.
All right. What's next, Dan Beebe?
Cowboys versus Falcons, straight up.
All right. I'm going to take the Cowboys. Feeling pretty damn good.
I will too. I think we're going to win this one.
Yeah, give me your Cowboys.
Does Zeke play? Cowboys.
Right.
Right?
Once again, that's
Cowboys.
spread. Falcons get 3 points at home.
And Nate is taking Jolly Ranchers.
Still a good pick.
Solid.
I mean, those are
The green
solid
apple
for
kind.
Can you lose with Jolly Ranchers?
If they're green apple, you can.
No, green apple's fine.
No.
The best was blue raspberry, though.
Christine likes the grape. I like the watermelon.
Yeah, what happened? Like, when did they turn them into cylinders? I thought they were always like little rectangles. Now they're like rounded.
The ones
Yeah,
that I have,
I don't
the ones
really
that
know
we
what
have
happened
from in
there.
there were squares.
Oh, wow.
Remember, Dan?
Sure you didn't have Starburst?
No, there should be Jolly Ranchers still in there. Pull one out.
They're still Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah, they're squares.
Oh, they're
They're
not.
little squares. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's totally different.
Gum drops.
I don't know why. They're probably less candy, so they can still charge the same. And
podcast has gone in so many different directions. We talk politics and voting, obviously sports. We're evaluating shapes of candy.
Well, it happens when Nate picks random things.
Oh,
like,
that's true.
we're just a mess.
Damn it, Nate! He's already phoned in his last pick. He doesn't even know what the
yeah, right.
pick is. But we'll get to that at the end. What's the last one, Dan?
All right. Last one we'll do Dolphins versus Panthers. A little bit of a lock against the spread. We're giving Carolina 9 points at home.
Can we say we all lose for having to watch this?
I don't.
So
think
Panthers 9-point favorites.
Give me the Panthers.
Give me Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins with the points.
Who's quarterback of the Dolphins?
Oh God.
Cutler regresses to his standard self. Panthers defense takes advantage.
I'll take the Panthers, especially. Oh God.
You heard that's
just
with
say it.
9 points, right?
Can I just
the
not
Dolphins.
pick anything to try and
Dolphins
keep
too.
my percentage higher?
Nope.
Abstain.
Yeah, because that one. I'll plead the fifth.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. All right, and Nate chose. Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove.
That's a solid pick right there.
Some of his picks weren't crazy.
Yo,
I'm not a big fan of the Sandusky.
Has it not?
That Sandusky pick's not very good.
No, that's his fault.
We've
He
been going
picked
at this
it.
for like an hour early. What was it?
What?
What time did the game start? 8?
7:30.
7:30? Oh, okay. The
Yeah.
game's been fantastic. I felt like the game was going by so much faster. They're already at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Don't blame
Oh, no,
me
not in the
for
middle.
don't blame me for Nate picking Sandusky. He's your friend. And we all know if he didn't pick Sandusky gonna pick him.
I don't know if Nate would have been picked.
Was it too husky?
Definitely only too old now.
Yeah, right?
Oh, shit.
Christ. All right.
Okay.
Nate doesn't like to shower in public.
Or at all. Oh, man. Guys, this has been a lot of fun.
I hope this riles him up so that he does come in here. And
I know, right? If it wasn't for the snow!
That's what you get for living in the boondocks.
Yeah.
Middle
All
of
right.
country.
All right, guys. We've reached that point in the show where it's time for some of us to go home and one of us to stay home. But first, this week in sports history. On November 7th, 1943, the Detroit Lions and New York Giants play in the NFL's last scoreless tie.
Really?
Surprisingly, I wouldn't take the Giants to not have one again this season.
A scoreless tie. Who against who?
The Browns.
All right. Plausible.
Yeah. It's just
Oh,
like,
man,
you know what?
that
We
The
give up.
49ers.
That is going to be a great game.
Oh, man.
How long do they have to go in overtime before it's a tie?
15 minutes. Oh, 10 minutes. They've shortened it to 10-minute
Yeah,
quarter.
full half, and then they just call it. I always love that there's inevitably some player that comes out and says that he didn't know it couldn't end in a tie.
Yeah,
like
Jonathan McNabb.
Yeah,
Like,
but
come
it's
on,
not the
bro.
only-
Every
Every
time.
time,
Yeah.
somebody like how are you?
I
do you
didn't
not
know I
pay
couldn't
attention?
do that.
And I've even heard, like, the refs say, all right, this will be a 10-minute period. If there's no winner at the end, it will be a tie. How do you not know?
Yeah. Well, now we know you just weren't listening.
Yeah, it would
Yeah.
have been better if you just came out and said I was managing the clock improperly. Like, I would have accepted that answer. Not, I didn't know it was going to run out and it was going to be a tie.
If that happens, I'm going to call it Kaepernicking.
Yeah.
Because Kaepernick just didn't realize the anthem was playing, and that's why he sat.
Yeah, that's what he
This
said.
is my theory.
Yeah.
I solely believe if you look to the first picture of him sitting on the sideline,
He's picking his
got
nose.
His headphones on, his beats on, he's looking the other direction, fumbling around with his nose, and they take a photo of him. I don't think he even knew what was happening, and his agent was like, "You got to figure out something that you stand for because we're gonna have to make this into a protest."
Police
Something
brutality.
you stand for because you were sitting.
Yeah, you better find. What do you believe in? What do you believe in that's an injustice right now? Because you better come up with an
the world
excuse.
is coming to an end.
Puppies getting sold for more than they're worth. That's definitely not working.
Not good enough, Colin.
Come up with something else.
I stand for happiness.
Grandmothers that don't get their Jello after shut up.
Bernie Sanders deserves his pudding. No, you're not getting it.
Women's equality in the football world. Come on, Colin.
What, you think we're out here hiring female coaches?
So what about racial profiling? Perfect. And then we're gonna let the media eat this alive, and they're gonna turn it into the flagging soldiers. Okay?
But the problem is you're never going to get to play again.
Yeah. Never again. Never again.
But you'll get a book deal.
And maybe some millions in a lawsuit if no one signs him. But I think the NFL's gonna be like, just sign him, please. Someone sign him.
They're all going to get into a meeting and be like, "We all know what this was. Draw your straw."
All right, speaking of, really quickly, shapes of candy. What's your favorite shape of Reese's?
Oh man, that's a solid question.
Easter egg.
Ooh.
I like the
I
trees.
hate the Easter egg. Actually.
I like the trees.
These pumpkin ones that are coming out.
The pumpkin
I
ones
just
look like
regular.
turds.
Yeah,
Give me
it's kinda
classic.
Yeah, I'm going to go
Classic,
with
or mini?
The minis.
Classic.
I'm
I
going
like
to say
the
classic.
not the mini minis, like the ones that come in the bag, like that they're already like unwrapped and you just pop them like little. I like the individual wrapped ones. Like,
Yeah.
Those are good.
Those
Those have a real good peanut butter to chocolate ratio.
yeah.
It's
I
all
do
about...
like the classic.
Christine is going to yell at you because she's all about the peanut butter to chocolate ratio, and it's the normal size for her.
The normal classic and the
Can you say those
the original
massive
minis
ones?
are
The
both
massive ones they sell at
good.
the FYEs. Can I say
Yes,
that shape?
you can.
I've
You
had
can.
that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
I can't.
It took me like a year to get.
Can we say Reese's Sticks?
Wait, hold on. I got another thing.
Whoa.
You like the Nutrageous?
I do like Nutrageous.
I love Nutrageous, right? Let me
love
show you
Nutrageous.
something. We're gonna have to describe it, but this is look what they're coming out with in 2018.
Nutrageous with
Reese's Pieces
What?
instead of peanuts.
what?
Yes.
It's called the Reese's Outrageous.
The outrageous.
No,
Yes.
that's outrageous.
Yes.
All right, guys, thank you for listening. It's been a fun episode. You can chime in, hit us up on Facebook or Twitter with your favorite Reese's shape.
That's the debate.
Or if you got a peanut allergy, tell us some other shape that you would want your candy in.
I like it exclusively in the bar.
We don't want to discriminate against people with peanut allergies.
Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Dan D'Antoni Sports, on Twitter at Dan D'Antoni. Kyle O'Quinn is Beast at Kyle O'Quinn. So if you want to send us an email, dandantonisports@gmail.com. I don't know why you'd send us an email, but if you feel like sending us one, there it is.
We'll read it.
Yeah, we'll read it. I read every email. So far, I've read 0.
Other than
Be the first.
All right. So for Dan, Tony, Dan, Chuckles, not Nate. Nate's terrible picks. Have a good night.